Church family, tonight I'm going to show you how to make my mom's scalloped potatoes. Anytime she has cooked these, no matter who's at the house, everyone loves them. It's a rather simple approach, but I'm telling you, I have learned about most cooking, simple ingredients, easy steps, tends to be the best cooking ever. All right, so this is what I started with. I started with 9 large potatoes that I've cut. Well, my sous chef, Adjutant Philip, did cut the potatoes into little slices like this, okay? And I used 9 potatoes, and I have here 8 cups of mild cheddar cheese, and I'm using a 13 by 9 pan. Let me tell you here, the 13 by 9 pan is absolutely important, okay? My seasonings are seasoned salt and black pepper. That's it. So we're using 9 potatoes cut up, 8 cups of mild cheddar, 13 by 9 pan, seasoned salt and pepper, okay? Let's go to the next shot to show me begin to layer. So I'm layering, just layering like this. I'm sort of being careful not to stack them on top of each other really, because then when you do that, the seasoning doesn't get on the potatoes. All right, now as you're still watching me, I'm putting the seasoned salt straight on the potatoes. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret here that I learned from my mom. You have to be generous. You have to be generous with the seasoned salt. All right? And then I'm doing just a layer of cheese. You follow me? Now, I started to say, well, I don't want them to see me have to layer each thing. But you know what? That's the process. And sometimes you just have to follow the process. Am I right about it? Again, I'm layering, as you can see, and it doesn't take that long. The longest part of this is cutting the potatoes. But if you can get somebody to cut the potatoes for you, like my sous chef did, it's much easier. This part is easy, okay? So as you can see, I just did another layer of potatoes. Very generous. You see that? You can just keep it on this shot. Very generous with the seasoned salt. It may seem like too much, but it's not. Then a little bit of pepper. You've got to make these, okay? You've got to make these. Then a layer of cheese. Mild cheddar. Lord, please don't let me run out of cheese, okay? Thank you, Lord. And if for some reason you have potatoes left over, you know, make hash browns or something with your breakfast. Make some breakfast potatoes. But normally 9 does the trick. But these were, you know, good size. We'll see. All right. Again, what? Generous with the seasoned salt. I'm telling you, it makes the world of difference. Now, of course, you gotta also make sure you don't make it too salty. But I'm telling you, err on the side of more. I've learned that because I would make them a few times and I would say, "Mom, mine didn't turn out like yours." But she said, "Gregory, you're not putting enough seasoned salt." All right, let's go to our next layer. Now, could I have them cut the video? Ooh, yep, I heard somebody. Dr. G, you need some pepper. Oh, I think I did that. Never mind. Hey, this is reality TV for sure. All right, here I am, layering the potatoes. I started to cut all this layering out, but I was like, no, that's the process. And sometimes we want too many shortcuts. Uh-oh, am I preaching while I'm cooking? The cooking preacher. All right? I heard somebody say it. Generous seasoned salt. You're right. Generous seasoned salt. Let's go with a little bit of pepper. All right. A little bit of cheese. Looks like we're coming to an end. All right. Now, my god sister Bessie, whenever my mom cooks these, she scrapes. When I say this sister scrapes the sides of the pan and gets all the cheese is kind of like crusty and burnt, she loves it. We always go like, you were not doing that pan like that. All right, it looks to me, according to the cheese we have left as well, this is our last layer. All right, and then I'm going to show you step 2. Stay with me now, don't get bored. Don't get bored. Sometimes you just got to go through the process. There's not always a shortcut. Uh-oh, I'm preaching to somebody. Glory. There's not always a shortcut. Sometimes you just got to go through it. Well, say amen, somebody. I'm making sure I have enough seasoned salt. I can hear somebody like, dang, ain't that enough seasoned salt? I'm telling you, the key is, potatoes need a lot of salt, to tell you the truth. All right, I think that's enough. I'm going to go just a little bit of pepper. All right, don't go too crazy with the pepper. And then we're going to finish it with the cheese. Wasn't that simple? So now I'm just finishing the top like this. Very easy, right? Oh, I tell you, when you make these, you're going to be sending it in the group chat. Okay, that's our first step. Now we're going to go to step 2. Okay, in this pot, this is our hot milk mixture that we're going to pour over. You can see here, I have butter. I have 4 tablespoons of butter that I'm beginning to let melt. Can you see that? I'm beginning to let it melt. All right. And then to this, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of flour, all right? I have 4 tablespoons of butter, and to this butter, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. Sort of making a roux, if you will. Okay, let's add our 4 tablespoons of flour. Keep this bowl, all right? Don't put that up. Okay, you can see that that's melting. Now we're going to add to this, you want to get all the lumps out. I'm going to add to this now 2 cups of milk. There's our milk. Let's stir this around. You see that? You want to make sure that the flour didn't clump up. All right, see, I'm just trying to make sure. Sometimes if the flour may clump up and you're trying to get it out, I will put it back into this silver bowl and mix it, but I don't think that I'm going to need it because I don't see any clumps. So you can just keep it just like this. Now, we're not bringing this to a boil. We're just what they call scalding. Scalding is when you're going to see little bubbles on the edge, coming around the edge of the pot. All right? So it's pretty well mixed. So we're waiting for this to get hot. You do not want it to boil. All you want it to do is begin to bubble a little bit, okay? And that's step 2. Okay, now that that is scalding, not boiling, but you probably can see the steam. Let's go to the second shot. Okay, you can see a little bit of steam coming off of that. Now we're going to pour this evenly. Now down the center. Now down the other side, down the edge. Make sure to get the edges. Okay. All right, let's come back to me now with the shot. Now, the oven is at 400 degrees, okay? And we are going to cover this with foil. And we're going to cook them for 1 hour covered. After the hour is up, you're going to take the foil off and then put it back in the oven and then cook that for 50 minutes, okay? So you cook it covered for 1 hour, uncovered for 50 minutes. So we're covering this, and I'm getting ready to put it in the oven for 1 hour. When the hour shows up, then I'm gonna take this off, put it right back in for 50 minutes, and then I'll show you the end product, okay? Okay, these are Elect Ladies potatoes, scalloped potatoes. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh, you see the steam? My Lord, let's try it. Creamy. Yep. Wow. Texture. Wow. You've got to try this. You've got to find that happy balance of seasoned salt, but it is delicious. Please try the recipe, okay? Bon appetit.